All right, everybody, welcome to another episode of The Blind View here on Rumble. And here's your host, Miss Rebecca Meadows.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for being with us this evening. I hope everybody's had a great week. I know I've had a great week. Last weekend, I flew to Minnesota for my family reunion, and that was a great trip. I got to stay with my beautiful stepmother and in her wonderful home up in northern Minnesota, um, in Bolus, Minnesota, in fact. And so that was really cool. And then on Saturday, we went to the family reunion together. And then on Sunday, she gave me a ride back to, well, my dad actually gave me a ride back to the airport. But it was cool hanging out with my folks for a couple of days and seeing my family at the family reunion. And my godfather, he was a dairy farmer my whole childhood, and he's since retired from that, but he still has the agricultural heart, and so I wasn't surprised at the family reunion on Saturday when he was walking around peddling vegetables that he'd gotten at a farmer's market. And so I bought, I said, "Can I get some ears of corn?" And he said, "How many do you want, Beck?" And I said, "Well, can I have four?" And so he counted them out for me. And my awesome Uncle Alan, he didn't even charge me for them, but he wrapped them up real nice. And then my stepmom wrapped them up even nicer for me before I went on the plane on Sunday. So the first thing I did when I got home Sunday evening from my flight home was I took them out of my suitcase and put them in my refrigerator. And so I have four fresh ears of sweet corn, right? I love
There
sweet
you
corn.
go.
There you
Oh
go.
yeah. So in the next week or so, I'm gonna eat it. So that'll be really good.
Well, you
And
should don't hold on to it too long because even though it's in a refrigerator, it might go bad.
oh, I know. I literally well, I'm gonna have to probably eat it tonight or tomorrow,
Yeah.
because the our Arizona State Convention is this weekend. Tomorrow night at 7 p.m. They kick off with the first event, which is philosophy. I haven't really had a chance to look at the agenda. I just yesterday found out, or was it even this morning? Maybe in the last 24 hours was when I found out that the convention was going on. A friend of mine texted me and said, "Hey, are you going?" And so I think I'm going to go. And I'm not just going to go and hang out. I am going to register for the convention to show support for the NFB. So I'll pay my whatever the registration fee is, so I can be a registered guest at the convention, and so I can be registered for door prizes and stuff like that. I don't know if I'll really pay for the banquet because most years I'm tired by the time the banquet rolls around, and I usually wind up skipping the banquet anyway. And that's usually like another $50 for the banquet, and so
Well, you
um,
can listen to it. You can order your own meal and be at your home and watch it.
right, and exactly. And since it's not the national convention that's halfway across the country all the time, it's right here in Phoenix. I can just go participate what I want to at the hotel and come back to my home each evening. When I'm done doing stuff at the hotel, and that includes the last night on the night of the banquet. It depends on what's going on that night.
And how far is it? How far is the banquet?
So
I mean,
it's at the Hyatt Regency, which is on Alexa. What's the address for the Hyatt Regency in Phoenix, Arizona?
The address for Hyatt Regency Phoenix is 122 North 2nd Street, Phoenix, Arizona,
Yeah,
85004.
122 North
It
2nd
is open
Street
24
in
hours a day.
Phoenix.
well, it
Um,
doesn't really tell me much. I was asking how far it is, like in
so
relation.
it's about a 25-minute ride from my house. It's just here in downtown Phoenix,
Oh.
close to where Savvy is, and I used to go to school at Savvy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I mean, it's all it's right here in the valley, so it's all really close.
Are you going, Brandon?
No, I'm not.
I'm Alan. How come?
Well, I need to kind of get some clarity on uh how the affiliate feels about me. So I kind of felt mistreated a couple of years ago, pretty badly mistreated actually. So I definitely have stepped away.
Oh, wow.
And so, but it's not like I'm antithetical to the Federation overall. Although, having said that, I've never agreed lock, stock, and barrel, so to speak. That is to say, 100% with the Federation. But
No, you
I
can't
would
agree with her.
say, I'm in about 90% agreement. So I think I will kind of reach out to them after this convention, and just kind of say, look, like what's the deal, so.
The Federation has never shown me any personal support in the past in my personal endeavors. In fact, I've been kicked in the teeth by the Federation and by specific individuals who are members of the Federation who I used to count as friends. But I still believe wholeheartedly in the the what the Federation stands for. Their slogan that blindness is not what holds us back. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just a characteristic, and like I was blind for several, like, let's see, I was blind for almost 2 decades when I found the NFB, and all those years
Exactly.
I
Yeah. Yeah.
struggled because everybody around me had the mindset that, oh, she's blind, therefore she's not capable, therefore we're not going to waste our time giving her any opportunities. And when I found the NFB and they were singing a different song, like I was a member of a different blind support group when I was in Montana called the Montana Association for the Blind, and they never gave us the kind of support that the NFB gives the blind. They never went and tried to literally pass legislation to help the blind. You know what I mean? Like the NFB does. And they didn't have schools like the NFB does to literally teach the blind what they can't learn at public school or public colleges. You know what I mean? And
Yeah. But for me, it was a little different. Just to kind of briefly share with you, for me, like you, I, decided to join with the Federation. But for me, I already felt like I embodied a lot of the characteristics of Federationists, but I just didn't know the sort of jargon, the Federation lingo, the Federation jargon, for example, structured discovery, so that's,
now,
but I like you though, feel like it would be nice to sort of get some up-to-date perspective, because I'm not antithetical to them either, although just like you, I can't say that, like, I the Federation to me, unlike some others, is not a religion, because like you, I haven't received a lot of like outpouring of vast support or anything, but I'm not there for that either though, kind of like you. I'm not there to see what I can get from that.
Before I ever met the Federation, I already accomplished a lot as a blind woman, right?
Yeah,
Like
me too.
I literally fought lawyers and doctors when I was in Montana. I was locked under that guardianship, and for people who don't know what that is, it's the same thing that Britney Spears was locked under, and so if you've studied Britney Spears' story at all, you've probably heard about how her parents and their lawyers like persecuted her and lied about her and framed her, and there were doctors involved in it too. Like it's the same thing that happened to me, and and but it makes a person feel very passionately about advocacy, right? And so that's one thing I really love about the Federation, is the fact that we're able to advocate in the Federation, not just for ourselves, but for our fellow blind peeps around the country and around the world. You know what I mean? And everything that we do each day as we go out and live our lives with our preferred modes of orientation, whether it's a cane or a dog or whatever your preferred mode of transportation is. As we're out there living our lives, each one of us is setting examples for the rest of the world of the true abilities of the blind. And I really love the power in numbers that the NFB has because of that. Because as more people learn the philosophy and start exercising that philosophy every day in their lives, like the world starts seeing us more, and it just opens up more doors for the blind and more opportunities because it changes people's minds, you know?
Well, that's cool. And once you go to convention, you get to see other people who share this perspective to various degrees, but nonetheless, they are there. So it's a good resource. So I think
Yeah.
it's a good choice if you go.
Yes. So I'm really excited about this convention that's coming this weekend. But another thing that's going on here, at least for me personally, is on Friday, I'm having my next stem cell infusion.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh,
yeah, and this is going to be my third one. And the lady told me when I contacted them about a month, let's see, it was like a month or so ago, I contacted them. I said, okay, I'm ready to schedule my next infusion. She told me, she said, okay, great. And she said, the price has dropped. And I said, okay. And she told me the price that day, but I didn't really remember it. Well, I called them today to confirm it because tomorrow I have to go get a money order because I have to be there before the banks open on Friday morning. So I have to have a money order in hand to pay the full amount, right? That's how I always do it. And so she told me the new price, and it is a significant drop in price. You know, my first two infusions were each $9,000 out of pocket, right?
Oh
And
wow.
so you know, so I want to tell you guys what this next one is because, like I said, is a significant drop. It's now 6,550. So that's like almost $3,000 off.
Well, what's the difference? Like, what's the reason for it? Why?
Um, well, the technologies, well, it's becoming more better known, so they have more people coming in and utilizing the service, and some other things that they told me while I've been talking to them about this next procedure is they also have a new laser that they're going to be using and stuff like that. So not only is it quite a bit cheaper than the past, but they have a new, more powerful laser that they're going to be using, and probably some other new medicine too. Um, I'll be talking to Dr. Muro before I do the procedure. He'll be one of the doctors. He's my doctor that I've been talking to all these months, right? And he'll be working, doing the procedure on Friday. So I'm going to ask him all those details while we're doing it.
that's
I'm
that's
really,
good for you though, right? I mean, anytime
yeah,
there's
yeah.
a lower price
Oh,
the
yeah,
with the
and see,
equivalent service.
I called my friend Nicole right away and told her, well, when I first booked it, I told her that day, I said, hey, they told me that this next procedure is quite a bit cheaper, right? Well, I couldn't remember what the price difference was. So today when I called to verify it, I asked them what the actual price was, and I texted Nicole right away and told her what the new price is, and she's very excited. She texted me back and said, thank you for letting me know, because she's trying to talk her family into helping her fund it so she can start doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you have to go through some kind of evaluation first to see if it's something that would benefit you, right? You can just show up and
Oh,
say,
so what I did was I went and consulted with the doctors there, and I talked to them about my medical history and about my medical injuries that I wanted um, healing from, that I was seeking healing for. Um, but we all agreed that this was experimental medicine and there were no guarantees, and I knew that going in. And because it's quote unquote experimental right now, um, insurance companies won't pay for it, and I knew that, and so I took a chance and I paid for that first procedure out of pocket, right? But
mm-hmm.
I got so much healing from that first procedure. I went ahead and had a second procedure 3 months later. That was in January. And then I've been getting quite a bit of healing back all these months. And
Uh-huh.
so I postponed having my third procedure, but my healing slowed down here lately, so I went ahead and scheduled my third procedure, which is now this Friday. You know, um,
So could this be saying that these are the temporary results? Like it gives you temporary relief and then
no, what? So you have to understand, my optic nerve is severely damaged, right? And so each here's how I see it: each application of this medicine does honestly quite a bit of healing in the brain, right? Like I've been getting very significant parts of my visual field back, right? Like with the first with the first with the first procedure, I just started getting like my field of vision was opening up, right? Like before the first procedure, I had big blotches of darkness scattered throughout my field, and so it made it impossible for me to see like any whole item because I couldn't see anything where all the black blotches were, just where there was like light around them, right?
mm-hmm.
And so when I had that first procedure and it started clearing up those black blotches, and there were other details to my vision that were starting at that point, but really like the biggest difference I think I noticed with that first procedure was those black blotches disappeared, right? And then with the second procedure, I've been getting like like more clarity back in my vision, like more clearness, so it's not so blurry. But along with that, it's like my eyeballs themselves, I've been feeling a lot of strange feelings in my eyeballs, right? Not really painful feelings, but off-putting feelings. Off-putting because it's like my brain healing, right? Like just funny twitches in my brain and stuff. And during this period of time, like my vision's been getting better, right? And I really feel like um at this point, if I went in right now to like if I went to a low vision clinic right now to get the kind of glasses that they gave me in high school, like in high school they gave me these magnifying glasses that made my print really big, but my field of vision was so limited back then, I could literally only see one or two letters at a time. So I couldn't see whole words at a time because I had those black blotchy patches scattered throughout my field, right? But
Mm-hmm.
black those black patches are gone now. So even at this point, if I went and got a pair of glasses like those today, I know I'd be able to read significantly better because the letters would be really big like they were back then, and I'd be able to see whole words, whole sentences, whole lines, because I can see from left to right now, all the way across the computer screen that I'm looking at right now, right?
Oh, that's cool.
And that's how because my field of vision is no longer so limited, right? So that's one huge improvement to my vision that the stem cell therapy's already done, is it's opened up my field of vision. and and then it's been giving me back more clarity. And like I said, like I had so much trouble at first with the therapy when I started in October because my eyeballs themselves, it's like my eyeballs were overwhelmed with tiredness because it was like they were being called upon to work more again, right? My eyes haven't worked right in 36 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, that's one thing I've been experiencing all these months is my eyeballs have been going through a lot of just real, like tiredness throughout the day, right? Especially if I'm using my eyes more, because I really love riding in cars because I stare out the window and I try to see everything. And like when I first was starting my stem cell therapy, my eyes used to be really sensitive to light, and when I would look out the window, like the sunlight would hit me in the eyes and it would cause me to have to squint, right? But I know it's no longer like that now. Now I can look out the car window and like maybe like on maybe like the highest, like in midday, like around noon when the sun's right above us, maybe that glares a little much for me yet, but I can look outside now without my eyes being overcome with the glare of light like I used to have that problem. So my eyes are getting stronger in that way. And like before, I couldn't focus on stuff when I would try to look at stuff. Like I see double, and the two the two images would like blur together, you know what I mean? And I'm no longer seeing double hardly at all, right? And so my double vision is clearing up, and because of just these different things that I'm experiencing with my vision, these different improvements, I'm really excited for this next procedure, right? Because I'll be getting more, I'll get that next boost of V cells, and it'll just cause more healing. And I'm just really feeling good about what's going on with my vision, right?
Well,
Of
that's good.
course,
Sounds
and
promising.
I think it is remarkable what you're saying because, well, I'll finish on the other side of the bridge.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back. Please stay with us. Hi, it's me, Rebecca S. Meadows, the author, with my new book, Living on Borrowed Time, The Ravings of an Angry Survivor of Traumatic Brain Injury and Guardianship Abuse. It's available on Kindle Digital Download, Amazon Print on Demand, and on Audible. Please go check it out. And now, back to the show. So, guys, speaking of what's going on with my vision, I want to tell you guys one weird thing I'm experiencing.
Mhm.
And I'll give you an example. So, like last weekend when I was at my parents' house, I stayed in their guest room upstairs, and it was a new house. I've never been in this house before, right? And my stepmom said to me, she said, "What do you need?" I said, "Well, can we just leave the bathroom light on down the hall so when I wake up during the night, I have a light source I can walk to know where the bathroom is?" And she's like, "Sure, no problem." And so Saturday morning, I got up like real early. It was like 2 or 3 in the morning, like I usually do. I've been waking up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom every single night since my brain injury in 1989, right? And so it was just one of those. So I got up to go to the bathroom, and I was all bleary eyes, and my eyes were like barely open. I turned and I went through the bedroom door, because I could. I was carefully walking alongside the bed, right? And then when I got out to the hallway, I could see the light coming from the bathroom down the hall. So I walked down there, and I turned and I walked in the bathroom. And when I walked in the bathroom light was on in there, and it was really bright. And I looked down, and I could see on the countertop, right on the right-hand side, like it, I mean, I couldn't see it real clearly, but it was obvious that there were like toothbrushes there and toothpaste, just long things, right? And they were blurry, right? But because it was my parents' bathroom, I could kind of tell what it was. And then right next to that was the sink. And then next to the sink was just empty counter space. And I'm like kind of scanning this with my eyes. And then I look and I'm thinking, well, where is the toilet? I'm thinking, oh, the toilet's got to be on the other side of the counter, right? Well, I look over the counter and I don't see the toilet. And then I use one of my blind skills that I've been using for years automatically. Instead of reaching down and feeling with my hand and possibly sticking it in the toilet seat because I can't see it, I stuck my left foot around the counter, and with my toe, I thought, oh, yeah, there is definitely the toilet there, right? And then I realized why I couldn't see the toilet, because it's white. And I'm telling you guys, as my vision's getting better, that is one color that I am having trouble seeing is white things.
Huh.
And it's weird because it reminds me of something that happened to my ex-husband. Now, let me tell you his story. When I met him, he was blind because 13 months before I met him, he bled out during open heart surgery, and the lack of oxygen to his brain damaged his optic nerve. Like my optic nerve was damaged, right? So he had cortical blindness like what I have. And he told me the story of what happened. Like the doctors didn't even realize that his eyes weren't working right or that he wasn't able to see. He went home from the hospital and he was driving, and his ex-wife was in the passenger seat because they were married at the time, and their 2 children, my 2 kids, were in the back seat. And all of a sudden, his ex-wife screamed, and he slammed on the brakes. And the reason she screamed is because he almost rear-ended a white garbage truck. And he told me, he said, when that happened, he said, that's when my brain clicked and I realized I wasn't seeing. he said,
Wow.
and so it was that he wasn't seeing white, right? And I find it so interesting. That's what I'm having trouble seeing right now as I'm getting my vision back, right? And that's what, we both have cortical blindness, right? Or he had cortical blindness. He actually got his vision back. But isn't that interesting?
Yeah, I mean,
But yeah, so that's something that happened last week when I was at the family reunion. But yeah,
well, I'm glad you found your toilet after all.
yeah. I'm glad I did too. But yeah, because I was like I said, I was half asleep and I was all bleary eyed, and I was like, "Gosh, where is the toilet?" And then I stuck my toe over there, and yeah, it worked great. I really love my non-visual skills, and it's really interesting now that my vision's starting to come back a little bit and I'm starting to see some things. It's interesting how aware I am of when I'm using my non-visual skills now. Now it just really pops out at me, because now I'm using a combination of the limited vision I'm getting back and my non-visual skills, and it's really fun. It's a lot of fun.
Does it help you in any way in the kitchen? Like, do you cook?
I usually don't cook because it's just me. But honestly, I've been wishing I have somebody else here so I can start cooking, because it'd be a lot more fun if I can see what's in the pan, Because I was blinded when I was 12, so I never really got to cook before I went blind.
Well, how do you? I'm sorry to ask that way, but what do you eat? Like, how do you eat?
I eat out a lot. Like I go and grab a burger or something like that because it's quicker and easier than dragging out everything and cooking for myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but 3 meals a day, so you.
Oh well, and here's another thing. I'm trying to lose weight, so like I usually only eat out once a day. Like I usually skip a meal and then I have like a carnation instant breakfast for the other meal. Sometimes if I'm hungry for that second meal, I just have a second carnation instant breakfast because I love milk. I've loved milk my whole life since I was a small child. And so that's one thing I really love about carnation instant breakfast is the base of it is milk, and then you get the nutrients of the carnation instant breakfast mix, and so it just gives me a little pick me up and keeps takes the edge off my hunger and keeps me from going crazy.
What is that? I never heard of it. What is?
Okay, so it's called So are you allergic to milk?
No, I'm not allergic. I'm just not a big fan.
Okay, well, I am a big fan, so let me tell you about this. So carnation instant breakfast, you can get it in a tub with a scoop that you scoop out, or you can get what I have right now, and what I've been using for a few years now is it comes in a box and it comes in these packets, and you just like I put the packet in a glass, like a plastic cup, and I fill it up with milk. Now, you're supposed to measure like 2 cups of milk or something like that. But I just fill the glass up with milk and I stir it up and I drink it. And like I could drink this 3 times a day for 3 meals if I want to, right? Because I love milk that much. I really do. So
I'm just laughing because I'm the only one in my house that can drink milk. Just pour a glass of milk and drink it. And then Anya also she's another one of those people that's like, milk, just plain milk? Bleh, nah. I don't
hate it. I just
so many milk haters, man. There's so many.
I've been a milk fiend my whole life. When I was a little girl, my mom used to have to limit me because I would drink a whole gallon of milk a day by myself if she would if she didn't keep her eye on me,
Oh wow. Do you guys have you tried kefir?
No, I've heard of it, but I've never had it.
Oh, you don't know what kefir is? Oh man, I love kefir. It is a milky product. If you like yogurt, do you like yogurt?
Yeah, kind of.
See, but
I don't like the texture so much of it,
and I like really thick yogurt. I like Greek yogurt, like real Greek yogurt that's thick. Yeah,
well, this is not exactly yogurt. It's a drinkable thing. You can drink it. But okay, the closest it's like buttermilk. But it's not exactly buttermilk, but the closest to it.
Yeah, it has that kind of texture.
Yeah, I love it. I can just eat something and chase it with that, and I can just drink like Becca was saying, just drink out of the jug.
Yeah.
I got you. But is it a
dairy product?
Is it,
yes.
Yeah, it is. Okay.
How do
okay.
you spell the word?
Kefir. K. It's something K for sure. Kefir. I don't know. Ask Alexa how to spell kefir.
Is it Kathir, Keth, or F?
No. I think it's F like Frank.
Oh, kefir.
Uh-huh.
Alexa, how do you spell kefir?
Kefir is spelled Kefir.
There you go.
you got the K on there. You did. You got it.
I knew that. I just couldn't remember.
Kefir, I believe is what she said.
Yeah, Kefir. Uh-huh.
Now, K Jeweler says every kiss begins with K. So you know.
Are you
saying
saying
it does?
kefir?
To me, it tastes good. I mean, I prefer plain, but that's something I grew up with. But you could also buy strawberry kind and vanilla and blueberry and whatever. Like,
and is it like liquidy like milk?
Yeah.
So you can use it like on your cereal like milk and stuff like that?
It's a little thicker than milk, but it's not as thick as yogurt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty good. But you made me think of it because you mentioned milk, so I was like, yeah.
Could you add it? Does it go good with coffee?
No,
like no, it does not. Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's sour. It has a little bit like yogurt.
Okay.
Oh, I probably would like it then because I don't like sour milk. I love regular milk though. I'd probably have a dairy cow in my backyard if I could get away with it.
Cereal and stuff. I don't like cereal. Cereal, milk, no, and oatmeal. Ugh, no. I tried oatmeal so many times. Like I gave it so many chances. When people say, "Give it a chance, try it with this," I gave it plenty of chances. And with fruit, with nuts, with raisins, with anything. No, it's okay. I mean, if I was hungry, I would probably eat it, but it's definitely not gonna be my top choice.
Well, I'm ashamed to say I just watched a little news thing about it, but I forget the name of the restaurant here in Phoenix. It's kind of famous, but they you know that old expression, "Kiss my grits." Yeah, that restaurant was made famous because of TV. But talking about oatmeal, it just made me think of that. Yeah, I kiss my. You probably don't like grits either, huh?
Grits are okay.
Oh, you do? Okay, okay, all right.
Hey, Brandon, speaking of restaurants here in Phoenix, do you and your wife like Italian food?
Yes, we do.
Have you been to Tutti Sante's?
What the heck? No, never even heard of it.
Oh my goodness, it's so good.
Is it?
And there's like two locations, two maybe three locations here in the Phoenix area. Yeah, it's Tutti Sante's by Nina is what the full name is. And it's, oh my gosh, let me tell you how I found it. When I was dating that guy Patrick, he wound up getting invited to a family event. Because the lady that owns Tutti Sante's, oh my gosh, I think I did finally get to meet her one time. She actually, I don't think I did, but she is. I think she was in the restaurant when I was there. I don't think I actually got to meet her, but I think somebody said, "Oh, she's right over there." But I just didn't want to like interrupt her meal. But it's really good food at Tutti Sante's. Like I went there so many times for free before I finally bought a meal there. Like because Patrick, that guy I was dating, he's like best friends with Jim, and
you ladies get all the luck. I tell you what.
Jim's ex-wife is the one that owns Tutti Sante's, and their kids, let's see, Leo and Jade, and there's Savannah, and there's one more. They've like got great kids between Jim and his ex-wife and you know what I mean, and Jim's new and I don't remember, somewhere one of them's got like one of them's stepkids, right? But anyway, it's a great family, and the food at Tutti Sante's is so good. Oh my gosh. Like I said, the first like the first couple meals I had there were free because I kept getting invited to family events because the lady that owns it, like every time one of her grandkids would have a birthday or a graduation from anything, right? She'd throw these big meals at the restaurant in the private dining rooms and stuff. And
Uh-huh.
and she'd invite the whole family. And Patrick was getting invited because he was best friends with Jim and several other members of the family, right? And I was getting invited because I was Pat's girlfriend. And it was such good food. And the service was so great. I was so impressed with all of it that, like, while I was still dating Patrick, like, I was taking my sister Amber there so I could show it off, right? Because it was such great food, and I wanted to bless my sister with a good meal. So I took her there, and I took Gino there, and I think I might have taken Amber there even a second time, right? Because it's really good food, and the service is so great too, because it's mostly members of the family that are waiting on you, like Jade or Leo or there's another boy too. I don't remember his name. I think there's a third son that I just don't remember his name. But there's like I said, great service, awesome food, decent prices. Yeah, I encourage anybody to go there. What did I like the most?
Yeah.
It's hard to say because I like food. I mean, it's really hard for me to find food that I don't like. But this food, like, it was really, I don't know, it wasn't cooked to the extreme anyway, right? Like, I didn't feel like it was overcooked or overpressured at all, right? I just felt like it was done with love and with understanding, and I just felt good eating it. And the service is really great. Like I said, the waiters that come and wait on you, the wait staff, and the atmosphere is really nice too. Like, they have really nice music playing in there, and it smells really nice. I mean, as a blind patron, I really loved Tutti Santi's the first time I went with Patrick, right? And so, like I said, I started taking my sister there and Gino there and people that I knew because I wanted to go back even when we weren't like already being invited for an event. Like I said, I got invited to several events there just as Pat's girlfriend when we were dating, and it was really nice. So I've actually been back there once or twice since Patrick and I broke up, and we broke up in early, like just a month ago, right? I've been back there once or twice, and the family that works there, they still treat me good when I go in, and I keep taking different people with me. Like I took my sister Amber last time, and she really loved it,
Well, what I don't like about Italian restaurants in general, and I haven't gone to many, but maybe this one is not like that. But so when you come, they serve you salad, like huge salad and bunch of bread. So, which is good, it's like in a Mexican restaurant, they give you salsa and chips. But this, like, it's such a big thing, and you eat and eat, and you get so full. And then when you order actual meal,
when your entree comes,
entree is pretty small. It's like
yeah. Now let me tell you, I have experienced that at other Italian restaurants, but I don't feel that way at Tutti Santi's at all. Like, they do bring out bread, but it's just enough to keep you from starving to death while you're waiting for your meal, and it tastes good. Ladies and gentlemen, please be with us. Please stay with us. We'll be right back after these messages.
Why don't they have blind people sections at sporting events? Why do I gotta pay the same price to not see shit? Okay? The Jumbotron ain't even built for me.
I am the business manager here at the Visually Impaired School of Arizona.
I see you brought the film crew. Make sure you get my good stuff.
All right, settle down and get focused on your tasks.
I teach the art of cuisine, child.
You wanna know the problem? The biggest problem in the blind community is you sighted people.
Just take a look over here.
Yeah, I don't know where that is, man.
Okay, you all need to turn off those cameras and just leave the building.
Wait, Joe, hold on.
Oh, on your right.
You're on the right.
How would you know that the men you're dating are black?
No, this is not card member services. This is the Visually Impaired School of Arizona.
Gigi, where are his pants?
I don't know.
Billy doesn't work here. He basically came with the building.
I can be the very first mayor of blind Sylvania.
Make blind America great again.
There goes my pie.
This happens every day?
No,
Sometimes.
of course not.
All right, everybody. I don't know if
Oh, Gino, can you turn
but,
the music off? Yeah, we are live. I don't know. Maybe Gino can shut that music off. Anyway, we were talking about two Tasantes. Some other things I wanted to say is the prices are pretty decent at two Tasantes too. I feel, especially for the quality of food and service and atmosphere. Because, like I was saying before the commercial break, it's great atmosphere, great food, and great service at two Tasantes.
Well, I've actually heard that Phoenix and surrounding areas, Scottsdale, Chandler, Tempe, Mesa, like that. I've actually heard that the Valley of the Sun is a pretty rich place, a pretty vibrant place in terms of food. So I have written it down, two Tasantes, and I definitely I will check it out because we like a whole range of cuisine, but definitely Italian food is good. So I look forward to checking it out. But I tell you what I don't like is the really casual, like we have a restaurant out here in Arizona called I hardly ever eat there. I want to say Filiberto's. Which sounds authentic, but I do not like it. That is not real Mexican food.
I know. I used to go there.
That is so inauthentic. Don't go to Filiberto's. If you want real Mexican food, don't go to Filiberto's. No, don't do it. I don't like restaurants like that.
No, it's definitely not authentic Mexican. Hey, there's Anya. Anya, can you hear that music?
I can.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Gino, but for some reason he's got this music playing while we're trying to do the show.
Maybe something got stuck.
Here, let me hold on, guys. I'm gonna try to send him a text message on my phone.
Okay, I mean it's not a big bother to me. It's kind of an irregularity, but.
Well, what was wrong with that restaurant, Brandon?
That's playing while we're trying to talk? Question mark.
Well, I just think Filiberto's
It says, "Hey, can you stop the music that's playing while we are trying to talk? Send it." Done.
Okay. I
just think Filiberto's they don't use very authentic spices, and they don't use enough spices, and they don't really give you chips and salsa, and everything just feels like. There you go. Thanks for stopping at Filiberto's. Have a nice day.
Do you have a Mexican restaurant in the valley here that you like, Brandon?
Actually, the one that I eat at a lot is a little bit casual, but a lot more authentic, and it's called Samburos. And apparently Samburos, like a Samburo is a big, strong, heavyweight donkey. You can get things called burros there, and they're like humongous burritos. Like you got a whole big.
Oh my gosh, I haven't been to Samburos in a long time. Thank you about it.
Yeah, but you've been there though. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to go back in the next few days because I've been wanting some good Mexican, but I forgot about Samburos.
And they're really good. I mean, I think they're really good.
Well, Brandon, I heard that, I don't know if it's true, but I heard that if it's real authentic Mexican food, they're not supposed to give you chips and salsa. It's more like Americana thing,
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what I don't know.
Well, and that's just like I grew up in the Midwest, kind of like where you're at now, Anya, and so I found out the hard way from real Mexicans. They're like, queso dip. What is that? Nah, we don't eat queso dip. What is that? That must be Tex-Mex, man. I'm like, hey, call it what you want. I like it. But
Oh, I cannot stand
yeah,
queso dip. My husband loves it. I cannot stand queso dip. You know,
but it's popular there in the Midwest, though. You know, like chips and queso, yeah. But I used to live in Yuma, Arizona, and so that's how I know. Like, nah, we don't eat queso dip. What is that? So I'm like, hey, Tex-Mex, it's all good to me.
So Brandon, did you say you're not going to the convention this weekend then?
No, I'm not, because until I can get some clarity on what is the feeling of the affiliate where I'm concerned. I mean,
are you going to run a survey? Are you going to run a survey and see how?
No.
I mean, how are you going to get the feel?
Well, I'm going to try to reach out to some people and I know some people that ought to be able to either answer me or get me in touch with people who can answer me. But not now, not during convention. I respect that running a convention is a big deal. So, but I just think it was all a big misunderstanding, and it's like, okay, can we move forward, guys? Like, this is kind of ridiculous.
Well, I have no idea what happened to you, but I know the Federation treated me and my company really shitty because we went ahead and did something that the Federation couldn't do. And that was we used blind actors and actresses in actual TV, right? And got the Federation pissed off, and they totally I don't know. It was like they were a monster coming after me and my company, trying to destroy me and my company, just because we went ahead and did that. We actually produced Don't Look Now was the first show that we produced using blind actors and actresses, and we also have some blind actors, people that identify as blind, in our horror movie that we just filmed, right? So that's two projects we've done now.
Right, so you can understand my perspective. It's like we didn't do anything wrong, and yet we're still kind of treated like black sheep, sort of. And
that's what I'm saying. And so I have my own beef with the Federation. So that's why I'm not sure how much I'm going to do at the Federation this weekend, right? I know I'll go for philosophy though tomorrow night because I love philosophy. That was always my favorite class when I was going to my blind immersion training at Savvy here in Phoenix. So
I got you. Well, I hope you have fun. And if my name should come up, just please let them know I bear nobody ill will. So
I can let them know that if you want. I can, if I hear anybody mention your name.
Well, I don't know if you will or won't, but if it should happen, I just talked to him earlier this week. He says he bears you all no ill will. So.
This started too early. We usually start convention on Friday, not on Thursday.
What'd you say, Anya?
We start convention on Friday, not on Thursday usually.
Oh, is your convention this weekend too?
No. I was in the fall.
Oh.
I'm just saying, it sounds like Arizona starts on Thursday, right?
Yeah, our convention starts Thursday evening at 7 p.m. with philosophy, and then they'll probably have some other stuff going on after philosophy. I haven't looked at the agenda. I'm always
I used to be all about that, man. I used to know everything. I used to be a lot more active in the Federation, but it's like, I don't know. Might be again. Or might not. I mean, I'd like to just be friendly with them and they to me.
I've been trying to go to a meeting for a while now, especially the last few months. But the reason I couldn't go to the meeting this month, because we have our meeting the third Saturday of each month, right? Well, the third Saturday was last Saturday when my family reunion was, so I wasn't able to go. But I know I'll be able to go in September. I plan on going. I always am able to get more involved in the Federation in the fall again. You know what I mean? Just the way it always works for me.
Hey, Beck, did you ever download ChatGPT? We talked about it last week.
No, I haven't. I have not downloaded ChatGPT at all. I do not plan on downloading ChatGPT because ChatGPT is terrible. It's going to weaken our brains, people.
Oh, if you use it smartly, it won't. I mean, nobody says you can rely on.
I'm 100% with Anya. 100% with Anya.
I have to do some research, I guess, and figure out what the uses of ChatGPT are. I'm sure I could use it for something, but like I like doing my own writing for one thing. I can't imagine asking it to write anything for me. And when it comes to spelling and stuff like that, I use ALEXA for that stuff. And I also ask ELEXA for words I could get out of a thesaurus, right? Since I can't really see a thesaurus, so I just ask her for.
So you still use AI in some way. So
but it's through my Alexa. It's not through any of these new AI apps.
It doesn't matter. It's still AI.
Right.
Well, and listen. I imagine a future, and I'm not going to go down a big rabbit hole here. Don't worry. But I imagine a future where AI can complement and augment us as human beings. But I, the Brandinator, will never be duplicated. Often imitated, but never duplicated by something as lowly as AI. You're just a bunch of fancy souped up algorithms. Okay, you can't replace me.
Mr. Brandon,
you can't replace me. Are you crazy?
Brandon, you better feel lucky that we haven't hit 1 million viewers yet. Because if we had and you said that, there would be people who would be probably coming up with like Brandinators.
Let them do it. Let them do it. Hey, that's
like all of the cloning stuff that's going on. Like they could clone your voice, they could clone your image.
They could.
They can clone so much now. All they need is a blank to put it on,
Yeah. Man, girl, I'm so authentic and original. Let them try. By all means.
Yeah, like if we were up to 1 million viewers yet, like somebody would probably take you on that, and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna clone Brandon Miller from The Blind View, right?"
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's no publicity is bad publicity, so I'll take it. I'll thanks for the support and recognition, and but it's still not me. Like Slim Shady used to say, it's still not me.
This is really
eat your heart out at Lemon Labs.
This is interesting talking over the music. I wonder what Gino is doing.
I don't know.
I wonder how we'd know the show is over if music isn't already playing.
Alexa, what time is it?
No, it's not yet. I'm just no, it's not yet over. I'm just saying, how would we know?
It's 7 minutes to the top of the hour right now, so we probably want to go for another 5 to 7 minutes, and then we can, I guess, just all log off, and then we'll find out where our engineer is later.
Well, I don't have any problem with that. I just got to share a little. Honestly, I'm not trying to be ostentatious or anything here, but
what do you want to share?
Little personal point of pride. My son today became a permitted driver, so that's pretty cool.
Oh my gosh, you and your wife are gonna have heart attacks.
Oh hey, you say heart attacks, I say adventure. Let's go. I mean that tree needed to move out of the way anyway.
That reminds me, I'm scared to ride with my teenager. I won't ride with him.
You never did. Well, hopefully on the serious note, there are no accidents. I do know that in Arizona, he actually can't drive legally unless there's a licensed driver that's 21 plus. So, and I have been telling him, be careful, be really, you've got a very heavy machine that you're controlling. So, in fact, now I think my wife is going to begin the process of teaching him more about the practical and pragmatic aspects of driving, like find some empty parking lots, Yeah. Because she didn't really want to do that in the beginning because she's like, well, yeah, but until he's got his permit, he's not even supposed to be behind the wheel at all. And I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. So.
Did he have to take a test or something?
Yeah.
So.
No, not a road test, not yet. He will have to take that, but that's the beauty of having a permit, though, is that you can be behind the wheel and drive as long as you're with someone licensed and 21 plus.
Now, Brandon, in order to get his permit, he had to pass the written test, right?
Yeah, he did. Yeah. So
that consisted of the rules of the road and signs and stuff like that, right?
Yeah. Anyway, just pretty proud of him. It's definitely a milestone, you know. So it's kind of crazy to think about, like, but it's like, wow, he actually got it. He actually has this permit now. That's kind of crazy. So, but good.
Well,
I'm happy.
Congratulations!
Thank you,
Brandon.
Thank you. I'm happy for him.
I was messaging with my friend Corey earlier today. He's the one that told me the convention was this weekend. I didn't even know, right? But I was mentioning with him, he was in the drive-thru at Dutch Brothers with his daughters. So, and he's blind, so I'm assuming his daughter was driving. And I thought,
I got you.
I know what maybe he's not as nervous as I am. I hate riding with my son. I'm so nervous, and I know I make him nervous. Like, I haven't actually ridden with him in months because the last time we rode together, we got in such a fight because I was nervous and scared, and he was nervous about driving, and I think I was not helping him any, being the nervous freak I was being, right?
Well, it comes with experience, you know.
I just decided I won't ride with him anymore. So
I was going to say earlier, Becca, on that topic, I'm really surprised that and happy for you that things are going so well. But you know, I thought apparently until very recently that, you know, nerve damage was pretty much permanent and irreversible. But apparently that's now not the case. So that's very cool.
No. Yeah, the stem cell therapy is really amazing. And, you know, I first heard about stem cell therapy way back in like 1990, 91, 92, back then, right? And back then, the doctors that I was dealing with up in Montana, like they hadn't heard about stem cell therapy up there, right? Like I literally just saw like a news broadcast about it, like it was like the nightly news, right? Something like that. I saw a little clip about stem cell therapy, and I thought, oh my God, that's what's going to cure me someday. I just know it. And the whole time, those years, I was arguing with all those freaking doctors up there in Montana, right? And those doctors kept saying, oh, there's no hope that you'll ever recover. There's no hope that you'll ever heal. And they were so wrong because I was already healing on my own back then. But I'm really so happy that I finally found stem cell therapy. What?
Well, something you said or reminded us of tonight, though, was that your optic nerve was formerly, and I do with a smile say formerly, really damaged. And so I imagine that mine is probably underdeveloped and / or damaged.
Yours is?
Oh yeah, I'm sure it is. I mean, I say that anecdotally, but I'm sure it is.
So let me tell you, it's definitely worth investigating. If you want to talk to, they'll give you a free consultation at Restore Health. Let me tell you, like my other friend Nicole, the one I mentioned before, like her eyes, she literally has glass eyes because her eyeballs are not completely formed. Like in one of her eye sockets behind her glass eye is her eyeball, but it's all shrunken, right?
Oh,
but it is there. And I was talking to Dr. Miro about Nicole's situation one day because I was trying to emphasize to him how much I believe in this medicine. And I told him, I said, Doctor, I see no reason why with enough time and enough, with the progression of the stem cell therapy, I told him that I don't see why someone like Nicole even wouldn't be able to get help from the stem cell therapy. Because what this is it's literally like regrowing and healing the nerves, right? And what I've come to believe in my experience can you hear me?
Yeah.
So what I've come to believe in my experience as I've studied my own cortical blindness with my optic nerve versus my eyeballs and stuff is I think the eyeballs are just the end of the nerve, right? Like, and like the eyeballs are like the hardware, like the camera, part of the nerve, and the eyeballs take the picture and send it back on the nerves back to the optic nerve in the brain that automatically develops the images, like
No, retina has to
instantaneously.
do a lot with it. Retina has to do a lot with it.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is the optic nerve is just part of, I mean, vision is the optic nerve plus the eyeball together, and I really believe, like, I've come to believe that the eyeball is literally also part of the nerve, you know what I mean? It's just the extension, the end of the nerve.
So
I'm
did
just,
the doctor say?
I'm just laughing, Becca, because you're saying this and it's like the band stopped for you, like the.
I know. I wonder how the music finally stopped. That's crazy that that music is going on. Hopefully, it doesn't restart.
That's funny.
So did the doctor say that Nicole could come and he has, you know?
So Nicole can't afford to even try the stem cell therapy. Like I said, there's no guarantees, and so insurance companies won't cover it at this point. And so all that can happen is individuals who can afford it go and get treatments, and if they have success, then those stories get out there, and with enough people experiencing healing, at some point the minds will be changed at the insurance companies, and insurance companies will start covering it. But it's probably going to take Congress forcing insurance companies to cover it, and so that's why it's my plan to go to Congress and lobby for this, right?
Well, but
Like,
again, I mean, we're just at the top of the hour. But again, I will say, you know, not to complain, but I do think that if people, you know, with certain kinds of blindness, but generally speaking, right? If blindness (parentheses) of certain forms (close parentheses) is now curable / reversible / improvable, you know, improvable, able to be improved upon, that would have tremendous impact on people's vocational aspirations, on people's social lives, on people's educational pursuits. I mean, I'm not here to say that blind people should ever feel like second-class citizens to sighted people, not at all. But it is true that we are down one whole sense. You know, for those of us who are blind, like we have to use accommodative techniques and strategies, whereas sighted people do not. And so if certain kinds of blindness are now treatable, that's huge.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and you know, like for decades, as I've walked through this blindness journey, and I've come to know so many other blind Americans, right, that are dealing with different blindness. Like, so many of them have gone in the last like 5 to 10 years or so. I've met people and I've heard about people in the community who've gone in to see their doctors and had different things done, right, to, like, they've got these bionic eyes and different things that people have been doing, right, and they've been saying, oh, I had such great success with this, you should go try it. And I've been saying all along, no, I'm not going to let them do that or that or that to me, right, because I wasn't going to let them put anything into my body that might cause me to get an infection, you know, like some crazy surgery where they cut into my head or into my eyeball or something, right? And I didn't want to have a contraption that I had to charge all the time. I wanted to fix my optic nerve and get my vision back, right? So that's something I really like about the stem cell therapy, is it's literally working with my own immune system to heal myself. And that's why I believe it's working so well, is because it's like it's working constantly each and every day as I'm just living, you know what I mean? As my body's doing its like different chemistry things and different functions, you know. So
Yeah, well, good luck, Beck. You tell us next week how it goes. So
Absolutely,
yeah,
and I want to encourage you. You know, I would push it out as far. You know, I would do it as long as you're able to.
Oh yeah, I plan on it. I decided when I got started that I wanted to do a minimum of 3 procedures, and so this is going to be the 3rd one, and then after that I'll decide about doing any more.
All right. Well, good luck,
Okay.
Beck.
Okay, great, guys. Thank you for joining me this evening, and I'll see you guys again next week. Bye, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Thank you for watching Becca's World. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel.